It occurred to me recently that I haven't bought any affordable fragrances in a very long time. I've been quite the niche snob and luxury perfume snob for quite the long time. And I've forgotten to give some love to some of those affordable gems out there. And you guys, price doesn't always determine quality or best scent profile. It really doesn't. Sometimes some of us fragrance enthusiasts can forget just how amazing some of these affordable fragrances are out there that, and we miss out on them. So recently I did a bunch of online research and found some of the best affordable hidden gems out there that we've all forgotten about. So I got quite a few of them here for you. So let's jump right in. So before we get started with this video, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. That button right down there, the subscribe button, and also ring the notification bell next to it. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok as well. Also, before we get started, I want to make a quick announcement about what's been happening. Several of my subscribers have been telling me that YouTube is at it again, deleting my comments, and also now apparently my subscribers are getting unsubscribed automatically without their permission or them doing it. YouTube is doing that, and I actually didn't even believe this when I first heard about this, like long ago, before I even had a YouTube channel. I remember some YouTube creators that I was watching were complaining about like their subscribers automatically getting unsubscribed without their knowledge. And I'm like, how is that even possible? Like, come on, I used to think that, but that's a real thing, you guys. YouTube can go and unsubscribe you just out of nowhere. Like, the algorithm is all screwy. It's horrible. It doesn't know what's what sometimes, and it just goes and unsubscribes random people and deletes comments. Only thing I can do is ask you guys to periodically check if you're still subscribed to me, because you can get automatically unsubscribed. If you stop getting notifications for my videos, or you haven't seen anything like on the suggested pages for a long time, then you know something is wrong. So check that. And also, if your comments get deleted, please take a screenshot when you leave a comment in case it gets deleted. And if it does get deleted, please email me that comment with how you left it and how it got deleted. You guys know I don't delete your comments unless they are rude and obnoxious and are harmful and malicious, which is super rare. I mean, there are crazy people out there. I mean, we can't stop them, but usually there are really nice, productive comments about the products or, about my channel, giving me feedback. I won't be deleting your comments. So it's definitely YouTube. Anyway, jumping right into this haul. So you guys, the first perfume I have here is one that I wanted to get the moment the Barbie movie came out, the whole Barbie craze. Okay, and I meant to buy this. So this is Barbie, the perfume. And I meant to get this and I completely forgot. I actually bought a whole bunch of Lush Barbie themed body products, like, bubble bath. There was this awesome Barbie car bubble bath bars at Lush right after the movie, and these like bath bombs, body creams, shower gel and everything. I bought all that and I forgot to share them with you guys. I'll do a little YouTube short and an IG story on them, so stay tuned for that. I completely forgot to share them in a video. But anyway, so here is the Barbie fragrance. This, you guys, lived up to my expectations, I shall say. Wow, look at this bottle though. I mean, is that cute or what? Your like 12-year-old self is tickled pink. I mean, the 12-year-old girl is still inside me. I'm still tickled pink when I see this bottle. I mean, however cheap, and it's not really cheap looking, however juvenile it looks, there's a little girl inside of all of us. This is actually Barbie-like. I mean, it does remind me of Barbie. So let me spray it so that I can give you a better idea. Oh, this is really cute, you guys. I'm actually going to share this with my daughter, believe it or not. She loves this. This has a bunch of really nice, like juicy berry type of notes, like strawberry. I think there's even a little hint of cherry in here somewhere. I get a little sourness from cherry, and if I'm not mistaken, there's even dragon fruit in here. You know, like that fruit that looks really weird. I think it adds a very intriguing touch in the opening. And then it has like pomelo. So yeah, that pomelo is a very different citrus vibe in the opening than your bergamot, your orange, or your, like, you know, mandarin orange or lemon or anything, or grapefruit. It's nothing like any of that. Pomelo almost has this sort of like slight bitter vibe to it, which is super intriguing. The florals in here are super lovely. There's magnolia, gardenia, rose, and all these really pretty flowers. Very, very feminine, super dripping feminine. There's a slight lactonic vibe from whipped cream in here in the base, and it's very sensual with that sandalwood, and it has some musks to give it, you know, that, you know, sparkling, bubbly, musky, sexy vibe. This is not sexy in like a womanly way or anything. It's just very intriguing in a very girly way. It's a very lovely scent. It actually is different. So it met my expectations, but it's different in the sense that I expected it to smell like a cupcake or Barbie doll hair, or, you know, one of those more obvious Barbie type scents. But this one is actually something even a grown woman can wear, because there's something very intriguing about it with that pomelo and, you know, all the very woman-like florals like magnolia, gardenia, peony, and all that. So it's actually like a whole range of ages can wear this. I mean, the bottle is so cute. Love the cap. So I'm actually going to share this with my daughter. Very cute. Recommend it for sure. And then, you guys, I got something super, super iconic, I should say. This is an award-winning fragrance. This is a celebrity fragrance, by the way. May as well tell you, this is Britney Spears Fantasy. This fragrance, I believe, like Britney Spears, like, she made a lot of money from her fragrances. She made a lot of money from her fragrances. Let's just put it that way. And this one is by far one of her most popular scents, I should say. This is Britney Spears Fantasy. Like I said, the original Fantasy. Originally, this right here used to be little gemstones, just like these gems, like, not gemstones, you know, like rhinestone type of embellished. But now it's like this cheap plasticky thing. So from what I hear, Britney Spears sort of lost control of her brand, her perfume brand anyway, like in 2019 when she was going through that legal battle with her father, yada yada. Hold on one second, hold that thought. This one smells like Elle Woods from Legally Blonde, or Regina George from Mean Girls, okay? Seriously, I mean, it takes me back to high school, like that typical, you know, Barbie-esque, Barbie wannabe girls, you know? I mean, what we all, so yeah, so this really, I think of Elle Woods, really, when, I mean, I close my eyes, I think of color pink, I see Elle Woods when I smell this. This is probably what Elle Woods smelled like if it were a real character. So as I was saying, so she lost control of her like fragrance brand around like 2019, and then post 2019 fragrances, like releases of the same. So this was released before 2019, but the bottles that came before 2019 were apparently better. The formulation was better. This is like slightly reformulated, and the packaging got cheaper, yada yada. So I heard a bunch of stories about that. apparently the original formula was even more potent and really, you know, the bottle was really beautiful with like little rhinestones around it. You know, apparently the quality was slightly better, and it's still really good. You guys, this has some of the juiciest, most delicious fruity notes in the opening, like lychee. There's nothing like lychee in the opening of a fragrance. There's kiwi in here and quince. Quince, you know how quince is in that fragrance dirge of Dolce Amalfi, I think. Yeah, so there's that quince note. It's like this like really kind of watery fruit. It doesn't have a very distinct kind of super distinct smell, but it really meshes well with the kiwi, the juiciness of like that slightly tropical vibe of kiwi with the lychee. And this has a cupcake note. So this is quite a sweet fragrance. I wouldn't say it's too achingly sweet, but it's sweet enough to smell it. It has a decadent white chocolate note, some vanilla orchid, or I think orchid and jasmine. This is actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I avoided buying this for the longest time just because I didn't want to be that person that bought like Britney Spears fragrances, you know, because I didn't want to be that person who like is like this celebrity groupie or whatever. I don't know, the thing I have in my head. And I assumed that it would be low quality, you know, it being Britney Spears or whatever, celebrity fragrance. But you guys, I saw so many good reviews on this fragrance. People still love this, like die hard love this fragrance. And it actually is quite nice. It's quite good quality and it smells super good. I mean, that's the end goal, isn't it? Like it smells as good as almost like a designer fragrance, you know, a very gourmand, sweet, floral, fruity designer fragrance. I mean, this smells to me better than some of the designer fragrances that I have. So that goes to say a lot. Out of most of my celebrity fragrances I have, like out of all of them, this one actually is quite nice quality, and the scent profile, the composition is quite lovely. Like I love that decadent cupcake note, the decadent white chocolate note. It's just absolutely creamy and fruity and delicious. There again, you want to smell like Elwoods? That's the way to go. I tend to wear this. I actually just bought this, but I've already worn it a bunch of times. I don't know, for whatever reason I like to wear it when I'm like out and about, like everyday kind of day-to-day fragrance. I wear it going like to drop my kids off places. I wear it to Pilates, although usually I like to wear like fresh, like Dolce and Gabbana light blue type of fragrances, but it's not summer yet, you know what I mean? So yeah, I just want to smell cute, you guys. Speaking of white chocolate, okay, another one that I heard quite a bit about lately, well, not just lately, been hearing about it quite a bit. It's by Sabrina, Carpenter. It's Sweet Tooth. This is the fragrance bottle. I will warn you, the fragrance is good, but I will warn you the bottle is kind of cheesy, very juvenile. I mean, my daughter would like it. So here is the bottle. It looks like a chocolate bar. I know it's kind of cheesy, and cheap looking. That I realized. But you guys, this perfume is good. Now, where did I spray? Okay, so I sprayed those two there, and let me spray it here. This is such a delicious white chocolate, lactonic, creamy, whipped cream, white chocolate type fragrance. This is such a fluffy marshmallow fragrance too, by the way. Did I forget to tell you that? It's a very like fluffy, airy marshmallow slash chocolate slash creamy whipped cream. Creamy, lactonic, gorgeous, delicious fragrance. This has a marshmallow note right in the opening. It has chocolate, like regular, you know, chocolate note, and it has like a candied ginger. I mean, you guys know how delicious ginger is in the opening of fragrances, that like zing of the juicy ginger. Imagine the candied ginger. It's even better. Oh, it's a little bit of citrus, but loads, like a bucket of vanilla with coconut. And I can smell the coconut, especially when it starts to dry down. There's a very creamy coconut milk. So it's not your just coconut water or anything. It's a coconut milk that adds to that creamy, decadent, lactonic vibes, this fragrance. Of course, some florals like jasmine, jasmine always complements this type of fragrances. There's a very creamy, delicious whipped cream note. It's sweet, it's super sweet. And there's the little bit of like that fussy sweater kind of vibe with cashmere, and there's some musks, some white musks, I think. Oh my gosh, this is good enough to eat. In fact, like I just want to take a bite out of it. Like, it's delicious. If you want to smell like an absolutely delicious chocolate, creamy, decadent piece of dessert, only perfume version, and have people just want to take a bite out of you, this is the one. There again, this is like the sort of like younger, more high school type of fragrance, obviously. But you guys, I don't care, okay? The little girl inside me wants to wear it, and I'm gonna wear it. And then I have this, you guys. This is Dolce Violet from the Dolce & Gabbana, that Dolce line, This is Dolce Violet. I ripped into this like an animal and tore it, you guys. Sometimes I rip into fragrances like some crazy animal because I can't wait to get my nose on them. Isn't this bottle the most beautiful thing ever? I have like the whole Dolce, like I have several of the Dolce line over there. Dolce Garden, Dolce Sun, yada yada. I have a whole bunch, so this will be added to that. This one is an epitome of femininity, you guys. It's so lovely. Let me spray it on my skin. I have to go out after this and I'm gonna smell like all kinds of cute and delicious. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, you guys. This fragrance is super, uber, dripping, drop dead gorgeous, feminine. I don't even have the words to... Did you not realize how gorgeous this is? Dolce Violet, you guys. No one talks about it. This is quite delicious. There's like a juiciness to this fragrance, and I think I know where that comes from. And that violet note in here, that beautiful, slightly powdery purple violet note is just chef's kiss to die for. So there's like a slight, green hint from cassis. Cassis is actually the leaves of the blackcurrant. And there's blackcurrant in this fragrance, which is where you get that juicy burst from. But it doesn't smell so blackcurrant-like the way it does in, let's say, PDM Meliora. I know some people don't like how overwhelmingly blackcurrant juicy that fragrance is. I do, but some people don't. But this one, the blackcurrant is just adding the juiciness, and this violet. Oh my gosh, that violet note smells like an absolutely gorgeous woman. I keep like picturing this woman with long dark hair, coming right out of like a goddess-like figure, coming out of a waterfall after bathing in it, like that sort of image. It's absolutely stunning. Super womanly, loads of vanilla, sensual sandalwood, musks, the usual suspects in the dry down. Don't think I've ever had a fragrance where violet is the star. It's usually iris, right? If it's a powdery fragrance, what they do is they put a large dose of iris, which is also a blue purple flower, and then they put a little violet to like make it a little more sophisticated, even more womanly. But I don't think I've had a fragrance where violet was the star, right? And it's lovely, and I'm glad they didn't put iris in here, because iris would have made this like powdery and given that lipsticky vibe, the cosmetic makeup vibe to it, which I love, by the way. But I have so many with iris dominant fragrances with that makeup lipsticky vibe. I don't need another one. This is so unique in the sense that it's the violet that shines, which doesn't have a makeup kind of lipsticky vibe. It is very lovely, very beautiful. So I would say it smells like this goddess-like woman fresh out of shower, and she smells amazing, you know, like, oh no, it doesn't smell like a shampoo or anything, but it does smell like a very good smelling woman stepping right out of the shower. Absolutely freaking gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I don't know why people don't talk about it. That's insanely good right there. Oh my gosh. And then I got a very euphoric old gem, okay, and I had heard about this like ever since I started my fragrance journey like years ago, you know, like this has been around forever, like at least 20 years old, I think. I mean, also been hearing for forever about this. Is Euphoria by Calvin Klein. Now the special thing about this fragrance, okay, first of all, look at this gorgeous bottle. Isn't that to die for? Oh, it's really cute, very different, like space age type of bottle. Let me, you know what, I'm running out of space, so I might have to start spraying on the boxes, you guys. I don't want to smell like a walking perfume factory, you know what I mean? Like, I want to just select one of the, I think I'm gonna wear Dolce Violet tonight. Anyway, this, let me spray on the box. Okay, so this one is very intriguing. You know what this reminds me of? It sort of reminds me of several other fragrances I already have in my collection, actually. I'm trying to put my finger on it. So there is a patchouli note in here. I say that because I can smell it. I smell the patchouli, but it is that, it's not your dirty patchouli, it's that gorgeous, almost sweet patchouli, you know? It's not the patchouli that's sweet, but when you mix patchouli with sweet gourmet notes in the base, it tends to take this sort of sweet patchouli, kind of like in Kriegler Lovely Patchouli 55, that type of patchouli that's not dirty patchouli, but like yummy patchouli. It's not revealed in the composition though, you guys, that there's patchouli in here, but I can swear I smell a light tinge of patchouli in the base. Very faint though. This is very, very juicy in the opening, with the most delicious pomegranate note, which is what makes this fragrance very unique. There's a huge juicy burst. It's kind of like the opening of the M. Nicolas Soleil Passion, but that's a much more sophisticated fragrance, and the scent profile is completely different after the opening, but like the same juiciness that pomegranate gives that fragrance, this is the same way. This has like persimmon, which is a really odd note. Have you ever had persimmon? You know, it's like this like little pumpkin looking fruit, you know, you can get in like Asian grocery stores. This has black orchid and it has campaca, you guys. It's this very heady, beautiful floral. I can see why campaca really complements the other florals in here, like the black orchid and the lotus. Very, very, very unique. And it has some amber in the base, little bit of black violet, little bit of exotic woods, and there is a creamy cream note in the base, which is why I'm thinking, I wonder if it's like the exotic mahogany kind of wood that I'm smelling in here, like a sweet earthy scent like the patchouli. Or is it actually patchouli that's mixed with the gourmand notes in the base, the gourmand notes or gourmand notes in the base, like amber and, you know, the whipped cream? I don't know, but I feel like, oh, this is so beautiful and so different, very, very different from anything else I have in my collection. I truly think it's kind of a unique composition as well. I'm very thrilled that I got this. I mean, I have been hearing so much about this like for 2 decades almost now, and I never took the plunge. It actually has almost kind of like a cologne vibe too. So a little bit of like a masculine vibe. You know, like the Versace Crystal Noir, right? You know how that's super sexy because it's very like feminine fragrance but with a little masculine edge. It's kind of the same way, that one. And then I bought this one. I've been wanting this for a long time, in fact. It was there like years ago. I forget when this was released, like 2000, I want to say year 2000 something, early 2000s. Then it disappeared from the face of the earth. It was discontinued, all of it, all the fragrances in this line, they were discontinued, and now they're back. So I'm talking about MAC fragrances that they matched with lipsticks like Ruby Woo, Nude, and then Creme de Nude, and then the Candy Yum Yum, that whole line, like Lady Danger. You know how they made a fragrance to correspond their lipstick colors? Well, I got Candy Yum Yum. This is one that I have been wanting. I have Creme de Nude. Is it Creme de Nude? The nude one? Yeah. So I have that already. So this is what I've been missing. I actually bought, I think, Lady Danger or Ruby, no, not Ruby Woo. Lady Danger, it's the cherry one. Unlike one of those reseller sites, because it was, again, discontinued. That I'm not sure if all of them are back, but anyway, this one, the nude, and something else is back, the green one. But anyway, so I got this, I think, on Macy's. I will link all this stuff down, obviously, in the description box for you guys, so you have easy access to where these came from. So let me spray this in this box because I'm all maxed out on. Ooh. Oh, this is delicious. It's Candy Yum Yum it is. It's a very candy-like sweet fragrance. This has the most delicious tropical guava note, you guys. It gives it like this tropical vibes. Oh, I love guava. Guava is such a delicious fruit. What's the fragrance? Dolce and Gabbana L'Imperatrice, you guys. That fragrance has guava. It's kind of like that in the opening with this one, but this one is a lot more deep. And guess what this has? This has cherry blossom and iris. So it has like a little bit of that, you know, like the cute floral scent, like cherry blossom with that cherry blossomy scent. I don't know how else to describe it. Smells like cherries, but only like floral version of it. Very beautiful, with a slight powderiness from the iris, and it smells absolutely like candy heaven in the dry down from that cotton candy and then the big dose of vanilla. Oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. I'm torn. Do I want to make this my scent of the day, or I'm torn. I just want to bathe myself in these fragrances. These are such delicious hidden affordable gems. This reminds me again of Elwood's, Regina George, the whole Barbie girl vibes, you know, like, or the actual Barbie, you know, very much like Barbie. If Barbie was real, she'd be wearing this type of scents, and of course Britney Spears' Fantasy falls in that category as well. Actually, guess what? I bought a backup of it. You know, you love something when you buy a backup. I bought it because this tends to disappear off the face of the planet every now and then, so I bought a backup. So then I have this one. This is another celebrity fragrance. This one is Stella McCartney Pop. You guys, this thing is so gorgeous. Oh my god, I love the cute Barbie looking bottle. Speaking of Barbie fragrances, this is Barbie in a bottle, okay? This smells just like, let me spray this first, okay? Let me spray it. Actually, I kind of want to spray it on me. I can't have all the fragrances on me. I'm gonna smell weird if I put like 12 of them on me. Oh, this smells like Barbie in her pink Barbie car, okay? But the thing about this, you guys, is that this has actually a slight juicy green leaf vibe in the opening, which is different from the rest of the notes that are in here. It's actually tomato leaf, which gives it quite the nice, gorgeous contrast against the more sweet notes in the middle and base of this fragrance, which I love. I love it when they put like a nice juicy leaf like cassis or tomato leaf in the opening like this. In fragrances that have an otherwise sweet gourmand kind of, you know, floral or gourmand or you know, that type of fruity or something, you know, otherwise fragrance. It's absolutely delicious. It has tuberose that gives it sort of bubblegummy type of floral scent. And then there's frangipane, which is one of my favorite notes. Although I'm not picking it up strong like frangipane, you know, like there's violet, all these pretty florals. Musk, sandalwood, you know, obviously in the base. But you guys, this smells like Barbie. I don't know how, but let me spray it a little bit right here on my sleeve. Yeah, this smells, it smells like Barbie. Yeah, it's so pretty. There again, it's one of those fragrances that you would have loved wearing in high school. I am probably going to share this one, the Barbie one, Candy Yum Yum, Fantasy and all that stuff with my daughter. Okay, so she's not even in high school, you guys. So she's only like 10 years old. But kids these days, they're already starting to use skincare, fragrances. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, they're farther ahead than we were when we were that age, I'm telling you. So the next one is Jimmy Choo Illicit. Now this one is a very like sultry honeyed fragrance from what I can tell. I sprayed it obviously. I mean, I opened all of these fragrances when they arrived. And this has been, I don't know if it's been discontinued. This was a little hard to find. I will link everything down. I'll find out where I got them from and I'll link them down in the description box. This is a very like a grown woman, like honeyed designer type of scent. This is like by far the biggest different one from the rest of these. I think all of these that I just talked about sort of fall in the same type of, in a way, category. Whereas this one is in a different, almost kind of like a herbally, sultry, honeyed type of direction. Kind of like, you know, that fragrance, Chloe Nomad Absolute, but not as herbal as that. But this is more like the honeyed type of one that's also sultry like that. This is of course like, you know, Jimmy Choo DNA, like Jimmy Choo by Jimmy Choo, that sort of DNA without the patchouli obviously. It has a very juicy, zingy ginger note in the opening with a bunch of like syrupy orange type of citruses, which is perfect match to go with honey, the big bucket of honey in the base. Has beautiful florals like orange blossom and jasmine, you know, typical beautiful womanly florals, and big cup of honey in the base, very syrupy. This is a very syrupy, sultry fragrance. You know what, I kind of similar, not exactly the same at all, but it's similar to the Jean Paul Gaultier Scandal. There you go, Scandal. Jean Paul Gaultier Scandal-like type of fragrance with that syrupy honey in the base, but this one is a little bit even more like woman-like and sultry somehow, you know. Oh, and this really delicious in the base with like the gourmet notes in the base, like caramel and vanilla. There's buckets of it, and the honey just like drizzled over the caramel and vanilla. Really, the vanilla dessert. It's like honey drizzled over a creme brulee type of scent. Oh, lots of vanilla in the base. It's deliciously gorgeous. Very nice for like a date night or a night out. My husband's gonna love it. I haven't worn it around him yet, but I have a feeling that he's gonna love it. It's a very kind of date night, nighttime appropriate fragrance. It's a little bit on the strong projecting type of side. I would say wear it in the colder months, at night. But if you wear it in the summer, of course, also wear it at night because it's a little cooler out. Then I have this Guess Seductive Noir. I've heard, again, quite a bit about this one. I've been meaning to get this for a very long time. So this is what the bottle looks like. It's a Guess fragrance, obviously. Let me actually spray this on the box because there again, I am running out of spaces and I don't want to smell like a whole bunch of different fragrances. This smells really fashionable, you guys. very, very fashionable, sort of seductive actually fragrance. It has like this sort of herbally sultriness from sage. It's mixed with, you know, a little bit of citrus. There's very womanly fragrance notes, like very pretty lady-like fragrance notes like lily of the valley, iris, not to mention jasmine. Oh, there's vanilla in the base. There's some slight hint of earthiness from, I think, maybe vetiver, some kind of like, you know, fabric kind of velvety feel from like a velvety note in the base. There's something kind of slightly gold in here as well. I feel like it's kind of like there's like some sort of almost lactonic feel to this as well, but it's not revealed in the fragrance composition. But you guys, above everything, it smells absolutely womanly and gorgeous, like someone who's well dressed, like a woman who's super well dressed with a designer handbag and she's out having drinks with her girlfriends, you know, like that type of fragrance. It's, I mean, like, look at the bottle. It's kind of like the bottle. It smells like the bottle. Quite seductive, really. I can see why it's called Seductive Noir. Noir, black, you know, kind of that sort of little black dress type of fragrance. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this beautiful, affordable, super affordable, but gorgeous fragrance haul. I am so thrilled to have all of this in my collection, especially because some of these may be gone forever, you guys, before we know it. So I'm very glad to have added this. I'm late to the game, but I'm glad I at least did it now 20 years later. Britney, sorry, just got your fragrance, you know. So yeah, next I want to kind of look into, there's some Beyonce and Rihanna fragrances that I want to get my hands on that I haven't gotten my hands on. Anyway, let me know down in the comment section your thoughts. Are you a niche snob? Are you a luxury fragrance snob and do you miss out on stuff like this amazing gems? Do you have these fragrances? Are you not somebody who only pay attention to the, you know, like the more high-end ones, like, and you actually know a lot about these fragrances? Let me know down in the comment section. I would love to hear from you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Ring the notification bell next to that little subscribe button. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. Don't forget to also go on over to my other channel, Cleo Luxe Life, beauty, makeup and lifestyle channel that I separated out from this channel, all my makeup content. Go on over there, subscribe, and stay tuned for my next video on Tuesday. It's going to be a review of the new Chanel stuff. So yeah, stay tuned, you guys. I will see you in my next video.